Billy, and you're welcome to the lineup.
How far?
Welcome,
man. Good to have you on here.
Yeah, man.
Good to have you on here.
Billy Vicky person, you say you the gym. You know this?
How about gym fire? Gym fire.
My grip is crazy.
That's how they too bad.
Now Sabi.
How about?
Gym Bros activities.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Good to have you on. Good to have you on, man. This was long overdue.
No.
Long
Active.
Please let our audience know the man we have on the chair.
Well, my name is Oladapo, aka Oladapo, aka Rocket Boots. You know me, you're a ghost. Simple.
How about? So, let's get straight into it. Where did Oladapo start from?
I would say I always tell people that Oladapo and Dapo are two different people. Oladapo is the artist. Dapo knew he could do this, but didn't know he would end up doing it. I have been writing music since I've been in junior secondary school. I used to perform for my female seniors. The male guy didn't like what I was singing. It was always like love, R&B, pop. I had this song.
So, you've been the years come others.
I was singing for them like this. If I were you, every day we fight, all night, Bro, I was saying I used to write poetry at first because like when I did school at the time, that's I know book, so I could not read everything everybody reads. So it got tiring. To fill in the gap at the time, I'll not be writing poetry in the notes, right? But one day I just thought of adding melody into it, and my seniors caught me during break. Me, I was supposed to be quiet. I ended up, That time I could see all those Hannah Montana, those Disney, these things like, I can't do all these things people are doing. But I know I can, but I can't because I have like stage fright. I was a shy kid. Can you imagine this confident, handsome human being? Shy?
Really disturb us on social media.
Nah. I used to be shy. I used to be really shy, but then I would say Oladapo, the artist, became who he was. I don't know. I think the day I dropped Big Body, the day I dropped Mango was the song that that was how the Kazis found me. They had found me already on the internet, but they didn't know we lived close to each other. Right? They had found me on the internet through like covers and stuff. But Mango was the first song I recorded. I used 7K go record them. My friends. Go record them.
So we won't get there, sir. Because we don't start to go far. Before we get there, where did you grow up?
Where I grew up? I grew up in Isolo, Ejigbo, Axis. We used to live in Isolo.
Born and bred in Lagos.
Yeah. We used to live in Isolo, Maye, Boston, Olademiwa. Then we moved to the Fellowship Street in Ejigbo, Rosenberry. The Kazis lived at Jack on the Estate, which was, we were supposed to be living there. No, I had lived there, yes. Yeah. When we were in Solo, we moved to Jack on the, then we lived in Jack on the first. That's where I was born, actually. I was born in Jack on the. There's a hospital there, that was where I was born. We lived in Jack on the Estate. I had no idea who the twins were. I had no idea who Shimsy was. Shimsy lived in Jack on the probably at the same time, right? Then we moved to Solo. Then came back to Ejigbo. So we just circled around the premises basically. Only for me to find out that some of the greatest music minds I will ever know in my life had been in my peripheral my whole life.
Crazy.
You know?
Crazy.
Like I was telling somebody this thing recently and they were just telling me like there is no coincidence, man. No, it's no coincidence that
more like destiny.
do you understand? And me and all these people are in the same place at the same time, know each other, you know, and are doing this thing at the level at which we are doing this. No coincidence.
No coincidence. Okay. So when would you say you started music properly? When did you say, okay, Kai, I think I like music. Let me start writing music.
I've always liked music. As a listener, as a consumer, I always liked writing and saying my mind in the poetry and the songs and roots. throughout my life. But when it started to seem like there could be something in there that's beyond just for my consumption, I literally started making Instagram freestyles because I wanted to get the page.
Real.
I'm telling you, I used to dance at first on the internet. I used to draw, post down on the internet. But the things that picked up the most like likes and views were my my freestyle videos. Right? I listened to a lot of Bryson Tiller at the time, R&B, some Afrobeats.
This is like 2016.
This is 2015, 2016. I just finished 2016. I just finished diploma, and I spent a whole year of reading book. My social network and everything had died, and Instagram was just becoming like a popular thing at the time. And girls that time, they don't care whether if you buy them food. How many followers do you have on Instagram? I'm telling you,
Too real.
if you had 100, you don't answer. If you have 1K,
Big boy,
then
2K.
then you're somebody.
You're somebody.
She's trying to talk to you now. So then I was just doing it for the followers. Then I started gaining a lot of traction, and Unilag was really liking me. And then I made Mango and made a video, and one of the fans of my videos was like, please just tag Empower, they might like this thing, they're doing that. I tagged Empower this evening. Tomorrow morning I
So Mango, let me get this straight.
Yeah.
Mango was your first song.
It was my first song, released in December 2018.
December 2018. That was the first Oladapo record that ever got recorded.
Yes. As well. And it came out, and Mr. Isaac picked me. And the next day, after tagging them, the next morning, I found myself as one of the Empower 100.
But now, at this point in time, would you say they have decided music to be?
I was messing around. The fact that Mr. Isaac picked me was a miracle.
Crazy.
To me, I did not see that I was amazingly good at what I was doing. I just thought like, this is it's fun, you get.
Yeah.
But I later realized that I was only fortunate enough to have been picked because I was that exceptional. I was that good, But when I started to realize that Oladapo, that when I become Oladapo, was after dropping the next song. That's when I met Chimsy. A friend of mine reached out to me, and I was asking everybody on my contacts, like, okay, now they picked me for Empower. They want to give us $2,000 to shoot a video and this and that. Where have I seen $2,000 before? So they were like, and I felt like I want to have more songs out than Mango. After this Empower thing, I don't want it to be like the only thing people know from me. Look at how strategic I was thinking at the time. I didn't want the only thing people knew of me to be the song that Empower picked, and that's the song they shot the video for, and that would be the end of me. I wanted to prove myself again. I did not know I could do it, right? But I posted it on my stories, and somebody linked me up. I was like, there's this guy, I'm sure he's even close to you. Then he shames, he's bad as hell. Just find a way to get to his house. I went there, Shamesy saw me, he was like, obviously, he could tell that this guy doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Right? I told him I had the song written. I literally wrote.
And which song was this?
The name of the song is Big Body. Anybody that is the one Oladapo fan knows how much of a terror this song wreaked havoc in Unilag in amongst my peers. Right? Spotify and all these things were not large at the time. If there was Spotify at that time, this song probably have 1 million streams.
So
I promise you.
Let's relive back a bit. So now, after secondary school, you said you went to do your diploma. And this diploma, you did it in Unilag and this. Okay, so after you did your diploma in Unilag, did you go back for a full course?
I went in for a full course for system engineering. Year 2. Alright. But while all of this was happening, these things I'm telling you were happening too. So we had a 3-month, 4-month break from after diploma to getting into school. During all that time I was doing my freestyles. When I came back, I was already sort of getting popular for the freestyles. One of them went viral, I did with my mom. Drake had just dropped Kiki, You Love Me. I performed it with my mom, my own cover of it. Right? It went viral on campus. And then after a while, that was when this whole I think we were at home when this entire thing happened.
Yes, no.
Yeah, so it was, I think, another holiday. I don't know what I was doing at home.
ASU strike.
Maybe, I think so.
Probably the strike.
So, the best things that have happened in my life happened during ASU strike. Or when I was not on campus. I shouldn't have been going to school. I'm serious. Bro, I was making the most buzz, making the most money when school was not in session. Because I had time for myself. You understand? So, Big Body happened by, like, I had written the song.
Big Body was still in 2018.
It was in 2018, no, 2019. They wanted to do Empower 100 towards they announced it in 2018. 2018 December. 2019 is when they want to now do the whole year of the Empower 100 thing, right? They want to start churning out those people. They picked us, now that they're trying to churn us out. I wanted to ensure that whatever I was doing was different.
Yeah.
What was popping at the time was Shaku Shaku, Zanku, Zlatan was number one every other Saturday.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how can I make what Zlatan is doing in my own way?
Yeah.
I didn't know exactly what my sound was, but I knew that I was sexier. Yes, I was sultrier. I had an R&B-esque for me.
Yeah.
So how could I do that but be pop? R&B and pop are not far from each other. Yeah. So I looked at them, I was like, what if somebody did Big Body, not harshly, but sang it to a woman, telling her to get on the dance floor, and I came up with this. I'm telling you, and I came up with this. I came up with this thing on the toilet. I went to meet James the next day. James was like, you said you already have the song, right? I said yes. He said I should come and sing it to him. He said he didn't want anybody else in the studio to hear. There were up to like 8 to 9 boys in that studio. The cousins were not there. And I walked to James' ear. He said I should whisper it. I sang it. He said, hey, sing it again. I sang it. He said, okay, I should sit down next to the door. I sat down. James had his headset on. The same day we just sit down, they drink water, they cook. James just did this.
Bouncing up beats.
Bro, for like 25 minutes.
He was just doing that.
And I didn't know what was going on. By the time he took off his headset and played me that thing, my mind was blown. It's like he had created something that the space for the team I tell him for in here was, I could see it clearly in the beat he made. He said, yeah, let's go.
That was from the whisper.
Bro,
I
recorded that thing there. I recorded that thing there and then. I submitted it the next 2-3 days. I think I had to submit. I recorded it on Wednesday or on Tuesday and was submitting it on Friday. Yeah. I had a friend of mine do the artwork. We put it out on Friday. When that song came out, Biggie, there was no Spotify. Apple Music, all these things were not a thing at the time. People in UK were DMing me. Celebrities, people in Big Brother House, they play this song in Big Brother House, Big Brother Africa.
Yes.
Imagine an 18-year-old boy.
And at this time like this, at this time like this, you've not even taken music serious. You're still posting.
Just a boy from Ejibu.
That's crazy.
I feel like when I started to take music seriously was probably when I met the Kazis.
I was just about to ask that question.
Met Shamsi, met all these people. Like, the Kazis are one of the first people that messaged me. I was like, bro, if I say you know yourself, you don't understand how you did. I'm like, bro, like, I said, bro, you know, see how you take add Yoruba and English in the thing, the way make the.
You know what? I have to quickly say this. Around the time that we met that, because we were rappers before and we were transitioning to sing more, and this time we were more Ote than Afrobeat. Do you understand? Afrobeat. But there was something that Dapo was doing that time. My God, the way he switches from English to Yoruba, he was seamless. It was great to me now. The way he's saying it now is so crazy that I did not even know that it was just vibes. To me, when I saw that video, I remember that video very like mad. I remember that blue face like mad. I remember that the way you lean on the orange shirt, the neck
slacks, man. I remember that guy. Anyway, yo, mango. In a UK, in a Ghana, very
Bro, I can't. You know, like everybody that was an artist or that had anything to do with music at that time was glued to that hashtag. Empower. That's how I was glued to this because me too. I was gauging everybody.
This one,
this
one. See that bomb.
When we saw that bomb, I was like, shit, this is good. And I think that was like the 8th or 6th person. And we were like the 28th, like maybe like 28th or 30th person that they put to. But I was like, shit, this boy, I don't know about everybody else. But this boy,
At the time, right? Yeah. Now when I looked, I went to watch that video recently. If I was Mr. Easy, I swear I would pick you too. Bro, the fact that the innocence in how I was even saying the things, you will know that this person doesn't know that what they are doing is stupid. It was so good. That song is so good. Like for somebody that this is the first song you're recording, and I put it in the caption. So if somebody that's doing that caption sees that, oh, this is the first song that this person is ever making, you look at it as if he wants to go now to not do it,
tell him say the second verse now freestyle now because
the second now finish, right? Mango, if you go and listen to that song, after the second, the first chorus, they were like, okay, Kiniko is done. Actually, I have to do Kini fast. I was like, yeah, what's in that day? Yeah, I love Lagbaja. So the first thing I came to my head was, ṣé torí mi ló ṣe wọ gèlè skẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀? Mo ní ṣé torí mi ló ṣe wọ gèlè skẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀? Kónkó ìlú kó bìlú trọ́sẹ̀ tẹ̀nu yú bí ṣó kónkó ìlú kó. Bob daddy, come over baby, make we gone body, touch Bobby, no go touch Bobby. I'm a virgin, baby, never touch body. Yeah, she be I'm friends with the track on my way. Yeah, dumb, Bobby day.
Freestyle, bro. After section, don't want finish.
Man, your time don't end up here now. So
now, after that period, it seemed like you went off for a while. And then you dropped the record in 2020, which, as we speak, is probably your biggest record yet.
Yeah.
Proud.
Yeah.
Produced by everybody knows one of the young goats. Keep on. Now, how did that song come about, and why did it take that long before you put out that record?
I wish I was able to talk to myself. Well, like the things I know now. Then I was young. I was 18, and we made Proud when I was 19. We dropped when I was 2021 thereabouts. The reason why it took so long is because artists need to learn today. Something in your head is telling you that it's not cool to promote yourself. It's not cool to not know what you are doing. It's not cool to be indecisive. It's not cool to
not look aesthetic.
To not look aesthetically pleasing. Bro, I waited that long because I felt like I needed the right situation to do what I was doing. But prior to that, the reason why everything that happened to me was because I was figuring shit out as it went on.
Crazy.
Do you know how many songs I recorded between that time and when Proud dropped? Hundreds
records.
Hundreds of songs.
Crazy.
Mission, I'm a man on a mission, dropped before Proud. That's just one of the many things that me and these beautiful boys here had created in that small cubicle in Jack on the estate. How Proud came about was that Prime had heard Big Body in 2019 when he had dropped in February and was like, I need to work with this guy. He was friends with Shamesy. I really love this boy's voice. I would like to work. Prime found me one day eating Ewagoin in front of Shamesy's mom's house. And when I was preparing to record around 7 a.m. Shamesy had done an overnight but still had time for me that morning. So Prime was not going home after their own overnight. So Prime now saw me and was like, oh, we shall linked. I now went to his own studio in Najao. His brother had created a studio for him. That place at the time there was no AC. We had worked many times, right? But Proud was towards when Black Panther album drops. African King, Abi? Lion King, sorry. And Beyonce, the other album. That album inspired our approach to how we made that record, right?
Which song particularly?
Yeah, just the aesthetic sonically.
What they told us was that now the song where they missing for the Lion King album.
Naim we do
when they sent us the song.
Yeah, the song that is not on the project, that was proud. That's what we did, right? Me and Prime were there from around like 12 noon, 11 a.m. till 9:20 something, 10 p.m. at night, and we had not opened the door. It was so hot. I had layered so many vocals. If you listen to Proud, we layered so many vocals. That's the first time in my life that I knew that Prime taught me how to use my voice. I say this to him every day. He taught me how to. Prime will play your voice like a piano.
Yeah, that's it.
He will say, "Da sing this thing," right?
See, the thing is, that is what you then call a producer.
Prime was 16 years old.
Make beats.
Prime was 16, 17. 16, 17.
That's crazy. We're talking about this is prodigy type P.
Yes, he knew exactly
He knew what he
what
was
he was
doing.
doing.
It wasn't.
So-
and I think that at this time it was just fresh out of South Academy.
Yes. What Shimzy taught me was cadence, flow, rhythm, attack, pockets. You understand? Prime taught me how to use melody, how to approach stacking, how to approach peculiarness. When you hear a record and you hear the chords, the melodies, how the approach is, it has to sound peculiar to the ear. So by the time we're done with Proud, NPR, next possible rhyme, songwriting, don't be mediocre, don't be predictable. There are songs that you hear that you know what the next two lines the person is going to say is, "Oh, are you my baba? Yes, I'm your papa. If you know, I'm sadder. Then you know, your father.
If you are bad, I'm
If you are badder, I'm badder." You understand?
Yeah.
People could do that, but yeah, the two of them drilled it into my head that, bro, I must not know what the next line of your we say I did sing some songs to Kenny. Kenny go tell me say that the next thing I want to sing that and the next thing I want to sing that. I'll come they try. Oh yeah, you don't know this one. I'm telling you. So by the time we came out of the studio show when we made Proud, outside be like say get AC. That's how hot. The next day after Prime made that song with me, Prime was already Prime at this time. Prime had chocolate he had alright Prime already had all those songs. Prime had gelato at this time.
Crazy part. When he was making those records, it would at that time if you tell me that same producer will be making records like Is It a Crime? And alone.
Now because they don't know.
What shall happen is that the next day Prime had a session with Burna Boy. Prime also have a session with Burna Boy. He was so excited about it. 2 days after we made Proud. The next day after we made Proud, I think he had a session with Zlatan or had somebody on the island to go to. When he came back home, he was robbed. They stole his laptop, his hard drive, everything. Proud stems were gone. The version of Proud you are hearing is the version we made that day. Prime mixes vocals in the studio, thankfully enough. Right? We just mastered and treated the MP3 and the wave as best as we could to put it out, and that's right now one of my biggest digital songs to date. Right? He didn't now end up having the session with Burna Boy. I remember how dejected he was, but there was one thing he said. He said, even God will bring down come see he go show like Prime knew, we all knew what we were. We all knew we would be great. We all knew we were top 1% of this thing if nobody else could see it yet. Right? And look at it now, how many years have passed? Alone is arguably one of Burna Boy's most emotional, strongest, his best records. One of his best records, and is made by P Prime. The story is long. There's so much layers to all these things. So much. Right after then, we made Alone, we made Priceless. Shimzy and I made Priceless, Isakaba.
It's crazy for real.
Those boys changed my life. Telling you.
So after Proud again, you still took another 1 year break
Yes.
before you came back again.
Yes.
So now, what happened within that time?
I nearly died.
I swear. For real?
Yeah, man. The
Hmm.
guys were coming to come and visit me at home every other day.
What happened?
Nearly died, man. I got in a deal that wasn't what it turned out to be. That thing about fighting to want everything to be perfect. Imagine you bet all your cards on something. Now I've realized I'm trying to now be this guy. I bet on this person being the person that does this for me. I've signed my life away to somebody, and they end up not doing what they said they were going to do, and now I'm stuck. And it's like, my team and management at the time, everybody has forsaken me. People have heard in the industry that this was going on with me. There's nothing they can do. So I'm alone, right? I don't even understand the music business. I'm alone. I can't drop music anymore unless I go through this person I'm fighting with that's trying to fuck me over. I get depressed. I stop eating. My ribs they show. My cheekbones, I look like a skeleton for real. We have no pictures of this time because we did not want that thing to exist after that period, right? My mom would be calling the twins to be coming, just come and be around me. They didn't want to sleep in my room because my mom felt like I was enclosed somewhere. I could do something that she would not see. I was sleeping in the parlor. They brought my bed to the parlor. If the cats come and see me, that's where they were meeting me. All of us would sit down in the parlor.
Yes,
I think Prime Machines, yes, they used to come too, but it was so scary. When they were hearing what was going on, it was so scary for them to see me that way. Right? And me, I wasn't really trying to let anybody see me either. Right? It was very bad, bro. Like, that's where what I'm saying in all these songs are coming from. Like, if it be me, suicide thoughts, when there was nobody here beside us, all those times, bro. Like, when I started getting better, I still was feeling like rubbish. I go enter taxi, won't go write songs, but I was songwriting. Who would they want you? You won't want to pay your Uber.
This is that whole year.
That whole year, there was so much going on with me.
Crazy.
I went to a session. On my way to the session, why do I feel like opening the door of the taxify on top Mainland Bridge and falling out? Like winning me. My hand did there, like the guy not just the same.
What crazy.
One person will match me, I don't have nothing. Why do this thing is stressing me? I'm done with this bullshit. But then I started writing songs. Bro, music saved me again, sha. That's where I started putting everything I was thinking into the records, and I found myself again basically. And
you emerged again.
Yeah, man.
This one is more emergency.
That was on
Next time you emerged.
It was a crazy year.
It was not on a my setting. This was a different setting. This was a different setting from whatever existed in 2020.
Yeah, bro, I was a different person. That's
you emerged with the record alone.
Bro.
And this time, it seemed like you came under a bigger umbrella.
Yeah.
Which is S1E West Africa.
Yeah.
So how did that come about? Before we even get into the project.
The only reason S1E saved me too, right? Because I was willing to go against whatever I had contractually. I had already broken my severed. I found a way to leave that deal, right? But now it's hard
so
for any.
This deal was you signed this deal just after you dropped.
No, he was Proud.
Under Proud.
Yeah, it was when I dropped Proud. So while I was under that deal, I needed to leave. So I found a loophole. The person had already made a mistake, and we left the deal. But now the industry has heard what has happened.
Yeah.
Empower did not like that I didn't stay with them in that too. I don't know if I want this on here, but I've apologized to them. It's like I don't know if they really like me in that building anymore, honestly. It's even till today because of all of these things that happened. But I was very young and impressionable. I made very dumb moves, but not dumb moves in the sense that I wanted to take money off of anybody's table. I wanted to do what was best for me. And at that time, I didn't understand anything about the industry. Somebody sold me a dream, then strong-armed me into literally taking down all my music.
taking down.
All my music, bro. I became nobody again.
That's crazy.
The only thing I was out was now proud. You know, what was the question again? And what happened? Yeah, so when I started getting better, right? My manager at the time had come back and she was trying to. Her name is Chioma. She was trying her best to figure out how we could get in a better situation. After I was no longer depressed and all these things. So in December, Chioma literally hawked my music everywhere. She spoke to everybody about me. She said, bro, there was nobody she told about me that did not tell. But what happened was that my unreleased music started getting popular in the music industry. Alone, Isakaba, Priceless, all those songs that they were up to like 15. I can't remember how many songs were there. Kilo, you don't need to they didn't make the project, but they were like 15 songs. Sony heard this project and they were like, we want this boy. Like, not we need. The way they had a meeting.
I think as at that time they were just
getting there.
Yeah. Because at that time that was how I even came across you. Because it was
Sony had just come to Nigeria.
Yeah, they had just come to Nigeria. So I was not like, what are they up to? Because me, I'm always trying to know what's up. Because at that time it was a big deal that they had come to Nigeria. Because people initially guys were using the UK office.
Yes.
So now for the fact that they had come to Nigeria, I was looking forward to who are these guys going to.
Shout out to Sabanku, man. He believed even till today.
Yeah.
I'm no longer with Sony West Africa, but even till today, if my fans not 10 for this was Sabanku dey inside. Shout out to Nchai Namdi. Namdi is now in UK. He works I think with no. He's one other Sony affiliate that he's working with. What's her name? This DJ Little Sims is on that label. Ewo. Nchai Namdi, Gbemiru, Jim. All these people believe they made lots, right? They heard the music and just felt like this boy is it, right? I'm gonna put out alone and bro, my life changed again. Right? I used to cry like because that time phones are not as strong as they are now. Even everybody's time, my phone be blowing up, bro. You know when you can't even see the notification because I just doing this.
Yes, man.
Bro, like I was everywhere. Things were going crazy. But it was a lot for me to handle. I was 21.
So after you dropped Alone and subsequently that year you dropped the project Blind. How would you say that project elevated your career?
I think if Blind didn't exist, I don't think Proud would be what Proud is. I don't know how what happened in Uganda happened. But
let's not even get there first.
But okay. But like I think that project in particular just showed everybody how diverse I could be. Like you could be different but could still like you could make pop music in your own way. You could have a sound that was commercial, that could be in the club, that could be in this, but could also be good enough. You know that the problem with club music today is that people can't hear club music at home. You can't play it here. The advantage that Blind had was that you could play it anywhere. And there was a deep-rooted story behind that, and I told that story. The Kazis helped me shoot the freaking album teaser. The album roller teaser, they shot it.
That's dope, bro. That's crazy.
Also, we shot the video for you. Did I mention that already?
Yes. So like, it was a crazy time, right? They were all coming out and were DMing me that, bro, how did you? I don't know how you are doing what you are doing, but bro, you are inspiring me. That. I feel like blind. Everybody knew that I was a guy that was good. I would go and come. Every time I come, it's blah. But Blind pegged me. Blind pegged me in time. Like Blind pegged me as people to, look out for. SARS had already posted me later in earlier that year But Complex UK posted me after listening to Alone. I think, yeah. Or was it after? No, I think it was after Big Body. A lot of things were just going on. Okay, Africa, Afro Nation. There were too many cosigns.
That's crazy.
Right? Now the major label world was looking at me, you know, but it also came with a lot of pressure.
So after you dropped Blind, you know, obviously you had records like Alone, Sakapa, you know, and now it seems like things are going good. And for the most part, I mean, from where I'm standing, it seems like that was a good run still. You know, then you now go into 2022, and maybe at this point in time, you're like, my life still hasn't all the way changed.
Yes.
So, what is your mind state in that time?
So at this time, I was still using songwriting suite. Right.
So now you have written for.
I don't know everybody. I don't, bro.
But at this time, when you getting your credits, because I know songwriting credits didn't become a thing in Nigeria until
I wasn't getting any credits.
2 years, 3 years tops ago.
Billy, no credits.
Don't give my guy credit.
No credits.
No for big killing gun. No today.
And credits, so and now with this lack of credits, you can't even speak on the records
I can't.
you have written.
No.
That's crazy.
So
That's crazy.
but I won't say all of the records I wrote came out. Not all of them did.
Yeah.
Right? There were some relationships that I severed too because I realized that the more I wrote for this person, the less they valued me. A lot was just going on, and I had left home at this time. I had left home in 2020. I had made money. I don't see money that period. Don't worry.
So songwriting was paying off.
No!
As
My artist side was making me money. There was still that time you see the do show. Now you don't feel show again. Now that time they go see call you collect 500k, 300k, 400k, sing 10 minutes, go your house. It was a big song. And in Unilag campus that time, people didn't even know I was a Unilag student. Once you see Oladapo is coming like this, if I go there, they can sing the songs. Not everybody might know me, but at that time I realized that my music would always create a cult, regardless of whether it was the biggest one in Nigeria or not.
You in Affair now.
Afebawola?
Yeah.
Those girls were running mad.
We were going crazy. Like I said, I see.
They were running mad.
That was crazy.
So I've always known that because I like, even though I was young, I understood strategy.
Yeah.
And I understood like human psychology at least to a certain extent, thanks to my father at least, right? I could tell how people portrayed or people could see me or perceiving me, right? I could be nobody to the next guy, and one guy I could be Jesus Christ to him.
Yeah.
So the fact that I had those people, I knew I had to cultivate those guys. Music, that's when I kept saying intimacy breeds music. Why? I asked myself, why am I making music? I want to connect people, I want to impact people.
See, this question you just said. It's a very, very, very important question that I mean, on my life, it could be like, say, I did shout too much. But I keep saying it. You need to ask yourself, why are you making music?
Bro.
Because that singular question is how you can build your expectations and understand and be
Your
comfortable
trajectory.
with your career trajectory and growth.
Bro.
Because if you do not understand why you make music or why you're doing it, you will get frustrated because it is not an easy peak.
Bro.
Come up is not easy.
Bro.
So you need to be able to understand and remind yourself why you are doing it for you to keep doing it.
When I had 0 naira in the bank, I felt rich as hell. Like I would walk with my shoulders so high because I knew that what I wanted to achieve, I was achieving. Right? So Alone had come out, Blind had come out. Like you said, my life didn't seem like it had changed. I was still doing writing for people. Then something happened. This 2022.
Yeah.
I was in camps with everybody that period. There was so much money flying around in the Afrobeat space at the time.
Yeah.
The year was meaningless, I'll not lie to you. I was not focusing on myself. Then somewhere in June, July, I had a conversation with the Kazis. I told them that I will no longer be writing for people. That I was I was done. In the sense that I realized that the Kazis had an advantage over me in songwriting. Because, even aside from them producing, they weren't even producing at that time. Whatever the Kazis sing, another artist can see themselves in it. If another person sings something, you want to feature him. Because people think I wasn't writing for Tiwa Savage. If I wrote for Tiwa Savage now, at least she will sing it. If I write for somebody that is not vocally strong, they will look at me like I'm coming here to show off. So it was as if I was going to the session to size pennies with people that had more money than me. And that was not what I was there for. I was literally trying my best to also impact, your own music with what I'm doing. But when I go there, it's as if I'm trying to outshine you because you say, okay, because the Kazis do not hit a falsetto on your record. Because I hit a falsetto on mine, you are scrapping mine. You understand? So I got tired of all of that. And I was like, I'd rather just put out these records and see what happens. But midway thinking about these things, a fan hits me up. I don't know how God is working. A fan hits me up and he's like, no, an influencer posts my song. I'm not going to say which song it is yet. And I repost it on my story like, this is so nice. A fan hits me up and he's like, you don't even know. Your song did number 36 for Uganda top 100 charts.
Crazy.
My bro, I no get money child that day.
Can you imagine?
I literally went to go and tell the Kazis that I'm no longer songwriting for people.
Yes.
I want to face my P.
I swear.
The next week or next couple days, Kamuhangi, wherever you are, God bless you, Celine, she's my friend in Uganda, she's an influencer. We became friends when I went there. She posted Proud, dancing to it. I know the songs that she's dancing to there now. Why is Proud there? Yes, Proud is a good song, but come on.
As it is random.
It's so random.
And then when the fan texts me, and I'm going to check their chats, and I'm telling the fan that it's not there now. Why you whining? I don't like this kind of thing. He said, oh, seriously? Okay, maybe that's because you don't do number 14 now. between the time that fan checked it an hour ago, and now it had moved up like 12 places.
Crazy.
By the time I go check them, they 14. It was like 11 or 10. I was like, Jesus, what's happening? I can't go check. You see, that time I didn't understand the power of social media. Then I go check TikTok. My song the Traboski since January. I know.
That's crazy.
That's what's organic. Your song blowing up organic, like no marketing spend.
No, you cannot pay for that.
You cannot pay for that thing. It's month by month by month. Bro, it was still big in December of that year.
Now,
What's record?
it's still big today. It's proud. That's him proud.
That same Proud that made me depressed too.
I swear.
That same song.
Proud.
Don't make you proud.
Now, the crazy thing is, I don't know how that thing happened because you're not the only artist that thing has happened to. Rikas had the same thing. His song randomly blew up in Malawi. You understand? And he has done 10,000 capacity concerts in Honduras.
Can you imagine?
I'm not sure he can pull that number in Nigeria. I'm not sure he can pull half in Nigeria. 10,000 people pulled up in Honduras.
Crazy.
Singer, the guy that was signed to Mr. P, same thing. His song popped in Tanzania, popped in this thing. Majid.
Yes, Mauritius. Majid did the
5,000 capacity
5,000 or something. Yeah.
in Mauritius.
I did.
And that was just when he dropped his.
It's crazy.
So now, then this now carries me to the
3K.
question of
1.5.
how was your first time? Because later that year, you went to
December,
Uganda for the first time. How was your experience? How did you feel in that moment when you got the booking of Let
How
Us?
many people? You know how many people ran to people? The emails were rancid. It's rancid the word. He choke. He choke.
So how did you feel in that moment when you were like,
You know the thing that the cousins were telling you? Didn't feel anything. I expected this. Like, I felt like, okay, yeah, it's happening now. Yeah, what do we do? Like, I was surprised, but not surprised in the point of like, fuck, oh my god, I'm crying. No.
Yeah.
It's like, God is an amazing song. If you don't play for night, you go play somewhere. Do you understand? So,
Yeah.
what happened was when the mail started coming in, right? Me and my manager don't fight this time. Chioma with the carry my kidney for head. We don't fight.
Sure.
Right? So, I figured we realized it was blowing up in June, July. Conversations started coming in, labels were wanting to sign me. I will not mention the labels, but because of that rubbish deal I was in, I could not have any of those conversations change my life.
Can you imagine? And this is after Sony.
Yes.
So
I was still with Sony at this time.
Okay,
But they
but still
couldn't
with
do
Sony.
any SWA, they couldn't do anything with the song because they had no rights to it.
so the record.
No. I was the only one with rights to it and the messed up person I had the issue with.
That so nothing could be
Nothing
done to
could
the
be done except for anything that Oladapo could do for himself.
song. And that song still happened the way it happened.
Bro, I went to Uganda on my own.
That's
I entered that flight on my own.
no manager,
No
nothing.
manager, no nothing. I
Just
begged my
went
friend,
down.
Director Way, I love you, to follow me and document it. I went there on my own. Till today, the Ugandan people that Meskerem, I love you, I love your family, thank you guys so much for booking me. They are an Eritrean family that are based in Uganda that have a lounge. They were the ones that booked me. She doesn't know till today that it was my friends that were talking to her on the phone.
And
I was telling them what to say.
no.
They were the ones negotiating. I was negotiating, I was not negotiating myself, but it was my friends that were having that conversation. Because I had no manager.
Yes.
You know, Sony can't do anything. I wasn't their artist. I'm a licensed artist. They love me enough to promote me like an artist, but
Yeah.
I wasn't their artist. They were just destroying for me.
Okay, it was like
A license was a license deal with my
project.
music, yes.
Makes sense.
So I was still independent. So time went by and when I go to Uganda, you can say you're not surprised your song is doing well, but you don't realize how much people love you until you touch down. I got there, Meskerem, the woman that booked me, Messi had me, greeted with flowers, a TV station, a Ugandan flag, and like a sprinter to take me to the motel. I got to the hotel, we needed to go to the mall the next day. The driver was trying to protect me because he felt like I would get mobbed. I'm like, how would they mob me?
As per
Like,
use
who go rush me?
Exactly.
When some 2-3 boys sight me for where the man don't hide me, I don't want to enter inside one store. When those boys sight me, they made me say, please let's take a picture, can you call that? You hear that around?
Yes.
Bruh. On the day of the show, first of all, I already came with my Lenny Kravitz energy. I was bare-chested, accessories, jackets, skinny bootcut jeans, and a red boots.
I'm a game drifter.
Very
The
intentional.
girls were losing their minds. They were losing their. And East African women do not hide that they like you.
Yes.
It's not like Nigeria maybe say they go, bro. They were touching me, bro.
Yes.
Like security had to be there to ensure that you feel me. On stage, there was one Caucasian boy that wanted the hanky I used to clean wipe my face. He said he needed it. It was an amazing experience. I will not lie to you.
And this is one song going
This
crazy.
was one song going crazy. But the thing about it is that because I already had the catalog of great songs,
Just
they loved Alone, they loved Priceless, they loved Sakaba. If people was going to drop later that year, it hadn't come out. If you drop the next year. So all my songs basically, they knew Alone very well. They knew Blind very well. They knew Blind very well. So, and I didn't have many songs that time.
yeah.
So, yeah, it was an amazing experience. I performed unreleased songs to them too. They loved me over there, man. It was amazing.
You went there again, I think in 2023, and this time you
Yeah.
did 3 shows.
I did the first time I went, I only did one show. The second time I went, I think I did 2 or 3. I did one with 3,000 people. The first time I went was 1,005 plus. Right? The second one I did was
And
3,000.
at this time, did you have a manager?
No, I was still in there.
Well, that's crazy. So
Yeah.
this one na highest independent. You see, they get independent. You see, you get manager, you get you still you just don't get official label.
It was just me. So my my manager right now was trying to get on my pay
Okay.
after I came back. Before going to Uganda, he told me something. He was not my manager this time, but after I had that conversation with me, I said this guy is the person that's going to manage me. When I get back to Nigeria, I'm sure that we'll figure it out. He told me that. So that time I had already recorded enough with me. The song had not dropped, that the people had dropped on it. So I knew that when I'm going back to Nigeria, I didn't want it song going on drop.
Yeah.
He told me that there's one thing he wants to tell me. That we might not end up working, but I need to know this thing. I was getting on my flight the next day or the next 2 days, next 2-3 days to Uganda. He said, you are better than a lot of all these boys. You are a lot of your peers, you have more numbers than them. You have a cult. I've met people that will die for you. People that they talk about, but people that they talk about over you in this industry, right, don't have the same amount of numbers. If they have similar numbers, maybe now only someone they use pass you. Your community of people are there. People know that there are people that want to jump from terminal bridge because of you, right? But they don't talk about you like they are talking about the star. Why do you think that is? I said, I don't really give a fuck if anybody thinks I'm this. I know what the fuck I am. He said, no, it's not about you knowing what you are. Why do you think it's so that they call this person, they call this person, they call this person, they call your name, they will forget them. When they come to them, say, yes, that boy is bad. Yeah. But they are not at the top of their mind in the conversation. Why? He said, it's because I walk into the room like that. I don't walk into the room like Oladapo. I don't post pictures like I'm Dapo. I don't tweet like I'm Dapo. I don't send a video like I'm Oladapo. I'm talking as if I'm not Ola. I'm Dapo. I'm the guy that grew up in Ejigbo, that is friends with P Prime and Kazis that ended up that. Do you understand? I wasn't being it. I wasn't being him. Right? I mean, I know what him is, right? But what I was telling myself that time is that I will wait till I'm there before I become that guy. Right after that conversation, I told Toba that I said, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. Right? I went, you know how much money they don't pay me already? You know how much money they demand? And you know crooks now, CURX. I bought what I buy for them. Bust down. All the clothes I buy, I know we are finished for Uganda. I post every day. I should be posting on TikTok that time. I don't know. By the time I came back, bro, that thing that Toba was saying, I could notice it. Even days, they were talking to me differently. Industry were talking to me differently. If they write an article about him, there's a different context.
Now they look at you like this.
Like the fuck. When people saw the video where I did in Uganda, they're like, the fuck. You know, if me dropped, my steez was different. I dressed differently. I spoke differently. My charisma on like discussing those records was different.
Even the look.
Everything changed.
The look changed.
Everything changed right after that conversation with Toba. And I knew that this guy has to be my manager.
The look changed, definitely.
By the time I came back, you know, if me dropped everything, we promoted it. He wasn't my manager still. Make I tell you, at the kind, he's coming where I put that guy. Months. Months. I knew that this guy would be my manager, but I'm not going to make it easy for him. He has to like prove himself. And Toba is not the type of person that talks, he does. Just does. He's done so much for me, man.
How did you working on the Wizkid project come about?
So,
Because, I mean, for people that don't know, his voice is littered across Soundman 2, which is S2.
Go on.
So, how did that come about?
I just came back from a session. I got home around like 9:30, and people calls me. I don't know he's in Nigeria. He's like, how far? Where you did? I did my house. I just enter like this. I just drop my bag. How far? I did which side. I need you make you help me do something. Which place? Send me the address. I just off my trouser. I went drop trouser back. I go downstairs. I'm like, the cars is Kinikon. So yeah, say you know, call them Kinikon. I was supposed to come and get the twins, but somehow they were not reachable that night. So I rushed there. By the time I got to the place, I just went to dab Wiz and shake him, and the first thing he said was like, yeah, I know, hi, what going on? I fuck with your stuff. I bet your stuff. Pride plays in your stuff. Now from that day onward, I talk, say nobody can tell me anything again. In which things what I'm doing is hard. You can't tell me anything. So they play me some songs and I just Prime knows me, right? I just do my thing. And I don't know if it's going to come out. I didn't know if it was going to come out or not, or whether anything was going to happen. Then we just started gisting us, and he's such a warm guy. He just started gisting us, telling us about the industry, about his life, giving us advice. I didn't have my car at that time. And there was no more space in his own car and all his guys' cars. He was going to drop all of us at home. But Wiz now told everybody to be parked downstairs and wait for my ride to get there before they all leave. They waited. Wiz himself, inside his calling, waited for my ride to get there before they left. You know. And it was amazing, man. Then they reached out and I was going to drop, and when he did, it was just crazy. Having credits on 3 songs out of 4. It's a lot.
That's crazy.
A lot, man.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He did, trust me, he did not need to have me there. I just feel like, so today, I think he just likes what I do. I wanted to put me in.
Pushing on somewhere, somehow. That's dope. That's dope. For real. So, I mean, one thing I noticed the most about you is creating content. It's almost as if you're a content creator that makes music at this point. Because sometimes I'll just see for my TikTok that was all posted today. I said, what is it? Is it music? No, it's just
I'm telling you.
And to me, I feel like that's good.
Thank you.
Because it makes people connect to you. It makes you more human. And there's even one series you did after you dropped your second project.
Yeah.
I think what's the called? Is it something truths or something like that?
What's that? Love, the one that you went to collect stories.
Where you went to collect
Okay, Heartbreak Stories. Yeah. Shake Chronicles.
Chronicles.
That's a guy.
That was a very, very dope series.
Thank you, man.
And then just going back, checking out all these things because it just made me, because I wanted to know how long you had been creating content for. And I'm going back and seeing that this is not a today peak. It's different. So how do you think that has influenced your career? Because sometimes that's the hardest part for a lot of artists is creating content.
Sometimes,
as in right now, that is, there are so many artists that once you bring up that you have to create content, it's as if you shot them in the leg.
Yeah.
So how do you manage that, and what brought you to that conclusion that okay, yes, this content has to go, and how has it helped you so far in your career?
I think in every campaign, in every music marketing campaign, you have to have an it factor, right? Shake Chronicles, for in case I never loved again, was our it factor because I needed my project to stand out amongst the noise, but I also needed to find a way that I was reaching my community and bringing new people into my community. It helped us stand out in the sense that anytime anybody remembers that and when they saw me that and I break up boy, they become, you know. So I had mental real estate in people's heads in the sense that even if you weren't listening to the music, you know me, you know the story I'm trying to tell. Now, one thing that I've now, last year, me and the Kazis had this conversation.
Always you and the Kazis.
We had this conversation because I've had this conversation with Prime as well and Shamesy. All our guys, fight the cringe. Fight the urge to not cringe. Once you fought the urge to not cringe and you won, embrace the cringe. The cringe is your best friend. The cringe, you and the cringe got the dab up, the sugar that soak Gary every day. The minute you allow the cringe become your enemy, you stop. It stops you in your tracks. You stop making moves. You decide you are fine. You are okay with the results you've gotten. But you don't realize that there might be something just across the horizon that if you just embrace the cringe a little,
Just reach out.
and you will find it, right?
Word of the day. Embrace
the cringe. With this project, right? At least in the case I know again, I still had Sony West Africa. With this project, it's just me and my manager and our little district, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the team, with everything they've done for us. The marketing budget we get done, I never spend and reach half. It's so small, though.
You know we talk about
I don't even talk about that because it's disrespect. That's how small it is. But I've not spent up to half of it. What we spent on was they shot the visualizer for me.
Build a community of
We built a community of people that helped me ensure I didn't spend any money or little to nothing on all of these things. I shot content with my phone, paid for premium cap cuts. I've been editing all my videos and everything myself. I post I don't post today, I post yesterday, I post day before yesterday. My Instagram uptick has been green this entire year. Bro, January, February, March, green. Because I'm just churning out stuff. Same thing with the cars. They play. Things we've been posting every day. So I now realized that we're trying to do a TikTok campaign for you, right? But we don't have money. When the thing rounded up, this was like, this thing doesn't make any sense. We can't do that. My manager was like, it's as if they just don't want to support this and that, this and that. There was only the TikTok guy now said that even if we spend this money, it has to be that the artist is carrying the thing in his head. And I realized, bro, free all these peas now. Like, you be the artist, you the influencer too now. So, be your own influencer. Do as you say you pay yourself to promote your music. I posted in use content like me, that picnic whole thing. I just came up with that concept and I was posting it 2 to 3 times every day. I was getting 100 views, 200 views. By the 3rd week, one of the videos that I posted in the first week just started to pick up, and everything just went. One of the videos, the most viewed video there is 400 and something K views.
Yes. And he wasn't even talking about the picnic thing.
It was just a skit of me beefing the picnic milk sachet.
But people don't understand
They didn't understand what was happening, but because they wanted to understand, they started asking questions. Fans were responding to them.
Do you understand? Engagement
You has so much social equity right now that I know that people will not stop streaming that song for years.
Wait, I want to say he has so much social equity. They are calling you the picnic guy.
Bro, I went outside. Brian posted my picture on this thing and he screenshotted his Snapchat. People were saying, is that not that picnic guy? No, they are pick guy. He started screenshotting and was like, bro, I don't believe what I am seeing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I went to a session, right? First of all, I bad. Any session where I enter, I bad die. Everything was bro. People already looking at me. I was fucking amazing that night, right? But the videographer had been staring at me weird. I felt like it was just because of the memories I was doing. The next thing, I was talking to the person I was doing the songs with. The guy just said, hey, no, are you that picnic guy? I dropped his camera.
Oh, that was crazy.
Say where you even go in like still, like you don't say you go to share picnic. Crazy. I shall not say I know this face.
And that is just you, your guys.
Off of me and my guys just being us. Bro, we are going to do this thing for every song, everywhere. I did a show. There are some people that are vexed in some way. I know that have not texted me that they were not invited. Excuse me, I did not invite one person. I said I'm doing a show. If you want to come, come. I didn't ask anybody to be there. The only people I asked to be there are like my close celebrity friends. Oh, Alpha, Broski, yeah, I want to do this show so time. If you go there available, pull up. Finish. I don't buzz anybody, say, you guys come or something, can you come? Bro, that performance last Saturday was the best performance I've ever had in my life. And I performed to 3,000 people in Uganda screaming proud of me. It was different. This time, it was different. I thought one guy was playing with me. Somebody DM me that is coming from Atlanta for the show. I said, bro, you are allowed to meow meow. He said, no, so when he come, say, go show me. I can't check a page. Actually, see, Atlanta. Okay. Bro, show had ended. He didn't see anything the whole show. Show had ended. We were closing. When it's time for after party, just draw me. I need to be there.
Serious.
I'm telling you.
Oh God, that's crazy.
Bro, you might have the same monthly listeners as me, or more, or 3 or 4 times. I'm telling you, whoever you are, right? But if you check our stream counts, there are certain songs that you see our streams are sort of similar. The reason why my catalog is like that is because there are people like all these people I'm telling you that stream my songs 10, 12 times in a row. They are listening to it so many freaking times. 2 girls, no, not 2, there were 4 or 5. They didn't even have where they would stay in Lagos. They came from Ibadan. They stayed at the venue.
Serious.
Till 8 a.m.
He now went back to
Ibadan.
Can you imagine?
Bro.
One boy came from Uniben.
And I go say we dey play.
I'm telling you, I'm creating a cult. You are telling me what?
Crazy.
That's the type of things that our music does, bro. Like, if you see my, if you see
that make you want
bro,
to keep going, because you know,
bro, and it's not all of TMG that came that day. It's not everybody that came, because I know that cost of transport is so high for some people. And I know that my fans, many of my cult fans are young people. They never start the work. When they want to see the money, where they take show, but people are still there. You see people they sing go harder. I go harder. If you go home, cause you want to see mama, hey, replace me. People were singing these songs word for word. You go and check it. Maybe they see 30k streams, 50k streams. You go think nobody there. Bro, the 50k streams there fit be 300 people. Nice stream I'm reach there.
that's fine.
Bro, and I'm okay with that. Because I know that next year there'll be 1k.
Yeah.
I know that the year after that there'll be 2k. You reach one point where you say when 2k people begin a chat for internet, you say you no go loud. I feel like that's what happened with Burna Boy too. I'm a cult Burna Boy fan, as you see me as I did so. And they used the music beg people in 2016, 2015, 2013, 2012. Nobody they answer me. No wala. No wala.
I swear.
When everything palace, I say you.
I said, I remember in 2014, I told my guys that if Burna Boy doesn't win a Grammy, that means if Burna Boy doesn't win a Grammy in Nigeria, that means nobody is going to win.
Bro.
I said it. That day they like, what you go talk that guy thing? You know, who know Burna Boy? Wow. This was 2014.
Bro,
This was 2014.
Bro.
Just when he dropped Run My Race, dropped Run That More. I'm like, if this guy that I'm listening doesn't win a Grammy, that means nobody. Because at that time, you know, it's from like 2018, 19 that
started.
some crazy talents came into the game where it's like, okay, yeah, man, this is some real peace. But before then, not like the other people weren't good though, but he was head and shoulder.
Burna Boy, because I think that if it wasn't for Burna Boy,
I didn't think I would be able to do this.
Yeah, do you get people like us? We would have had to settle for
Mediocrity.
Yeah, like we'll just have to water down our shit that I might be like say
Burna Boy showed me that I could be me.
Yeah,
and still
operate on that
level.
Very high level.
So you know another thing I've decided right this year, like Billy, we're off camera, we were talking right, and we were like, with Oladapo, like you check the track record and everything, like there are so many great moments pegged in time, right? But right after all those moments, it's as if things just go amiss. The reason is because I always felt like I didn't embrace the cringe. I didn't realize that, bro, nobody is gonna come and help you. They realize what you deserve, but they won't give it to you. You have to take it. Bro, since November, I told the guys before I started this thing. I keep telling the guys because they are my diary. They are my diary. I tell them everything.
Bro, we didn't talk, bro.
So
talk to people,
in October, I told them that, bro, I will be dropping so many songs In October, we dropped Our Well with Baba J and Jules. That song is like maybe like 700, 800, one name across board, right? It's about 500,000 on Spotify. We dropped Merry Go in Noonday. We dropped Gucci Davis, Express and All My Days. That's 4 songs. I dropped Life with Diverse. I dropped With the Most and Friends, a 12-track album. I redropped In You Again as a single in January. This month now we with this month, right? Then February I did the whole run on TikTok, right? Yeah, you went viral. This month now, I know I have songs coming with Abstract, I have songs coming with Daminuri, I have songs coming with Feline. I have a song I'm going to drop on Friday, this week Friday with Black Culture. That is what you guys will see that's happening, bro, till further notice. I am going to flood. The problem is I have too many songs. And now I realize that the cringe is my best friend. You go tired to see me, bro. I'll be annoying. The problem again is not that I'm putting out content and you guys see me every day and I'm not good. I bad die. I better pass everybody with the year, bro. Like, you will be, bro, come and swear.
You don't get choice.
You don't get choice than to succumb. You know my next project is Boulder. I will show you why. BOLDER, remember that name?
Now they see the consistency in the team above everybody.
Yes,
Boulder.
Bro, because we know.
My team for the year, but last time on that. That Black Bones last album.
Yeah.
That before he got signed to Chalk City, that was the name of the album.
Yeah.
Last time on that. I said this year too. Yes,
Bro.
last time on that.
Bro, because we've realized that it's not a matter of now there's not even a lot of money going into like them investing in new artists right now in this industry. But what's gonna happen is because this dip exists, it's people like us. That people that like us that are hungry, that are doing things without any support.
I'm fighting the cringe.
That will now collect that money that you are waiting for. Now my hand that money will come, don't worry, you go try your best, you know see. Because bro, what I have in store, bro, I have everything planned out for this entire year. There will be no year where you will not hear my name. No month this year that you will not hear my name. Waiting go drop after everything I do this year. He did my laptop right now. What will come out after everything I put out this year? He did my laptop right now. Song will go drop next month. We dey record them
Right now.
Yeah, before they came out today, we are recording it. So I want to make you understand. Say there is nothing you can do. You know, go see your scale.
Seriously.
And we're not even talking about the songs that we have with Prime and Shamesy that they are going to drop as their own project. My guy is Black Culture. Black Culture has 6 projects ready for you guys. 6! At least 5 songs minimum, on all of them. And I did here. They look.
Let's go into let's rapid fire the daily questions. That's that. So, what would you say is the biggest lesson you've learned so far?
Embrace the cringe, bro.
Embrace it.
That's the biggest lesson. Wait for no man. Consistency over steez. Consistency over steez.
Consistent.
Bro, you have to fail to succeed. Bro, the fact that I seen 10 likes on your team doesn't mean that that post was not effective, bro. Those 10 people, do you know them? Did they see you before you posted it? Bro, I would rather have 1 like for 3 months if I know that I'm still having that same 1 like forever. Consistency over anything. If you like, make it only in a 5 people stream my song, I go drop another one again. Shode is an amazing example of this thing. That boy inspires the bro.
Oh, Shode.
Shode inspires the hell out of me, bro.
Shode. Shout out Shode, man. Shout out Shode. Big up Shode.
Man, I love him, man.
Big up Shode.
We've done a lot of work this year. I hope everything just pans out.
Crazy. So, what would you say has been your favorite moment so far?
Saturday nights. Saturday night is my, like, bro. Anybody who knows what happened has been watching me since 2019 knows that I have proven everything I've said I would do by Saturday night. Bro, the people you saw there, if you check the pictures, you're actually following the content. I have just proven myself. Free Uganda. Free all those things where I don't already do. Wait till you see on Saturday. Don't worry. I said intimacy best music. I just proved, like I've proven it, bro. Like In a recession, people don't have money. Oh. Even neighbors don't have money to put on artists. People, 100 and something people, over 150 people came outside. About 200 people, bro. Because people were coming and going, spent their own money, brought their own food, brought their bottles, their own drinks. Said it's you, and they were singing my songs. But there was no song that was played, even the ones that I don't know. Stop on.
So what would be your advice for up and coming artists that are trying to navigate this industry?
Just keep dropping music, bro. The only way you know what works is when you fail. Drop them. The song where you think say can you can post them. Drop them. If you don't post it, you will never know. You are being selfish. You are being selfish to the world, bro. Show yourself. That's some.
Do it now that you have nothing.
That you have nothing to lose, oh. Not when you're Burna Boy.
Because if Burna Boy drop something now, person go fit come open his stupid mouth say that thing a hit and I beat a miss.
But now nobody know you, bro.
Nobody know you. Just put out your shit,
Put
man.
out music, oh, and put out content. Like try and be you as much as possible on your records too. Like and know why you are doing this. Ask yourself all these questions. You know, drop a plan. Then get your community of niggas. Find your Kazis. Find your Prime. Find your Shamesy. When we met all these people, we will not know that they will have #1 songs in the country. Find your Black Culture. Find your Goduma. There was some time last month that all of our guys were on the producer charts, top 10 producer charts of Nigeria, all at the same time. The Kazis were there, Black Culture was there, Prime and Shames, the 4 of them.
That's not a coincidence.
It's not a coincidence. We are bad as hell, man.
I mean, that's crazy.
Nah, it's not a coincidence at all.
That's crazy.
It was no coincidence.
I was even tell you about that world domination.
I tell you.
I'm saying it because of waiting in
But it's going to happen. I think that's the thing. It's going to happen. Why not? Why not? So, to the question of who are some people that you say inspire you?
Nagbaja inspires me, Gazintella, Burna Boy, Wandiko, all my guys, my dad.
I mean, I saw a post you put up on Instagram about your dad saying, let your children explore the things that they are very good at, and he's proud of you. How did that make you feel?
You can't even freaking imagine it, because that man is like Superman to me. So he's never said no to me for anything. He would rather just give me advice, and like, bro, he's always so positive about anything I'm trying to do. You know, before the show, him and my mom, they called me, you know, prayed for me. But my dad never speaks to me from a place of like, bro. I know my dad might not say it to my face, but I know my father. In his eyes, he knows what I am. So he's never scared that, that person said he wants to do this thing. Bro, they were my first fans, bro. Like, the first time my dad heard the first advance I was going to collect in 2021, he was shocked, but he smiled. Okay.
That's what you were saying. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Bro, you know, go believe your begin to ever touch that kind of money before.
Come on.
You feel me? But he was like, okay, I was 19, brother. 18 when the conversation, 19 years, 20 thereabouts. I think that was just the age range. I see them at my house, I never come out when it's in the apple. So I appreciate my parents so much, man. Yeah, I wouldn't be this guy without them. So.
A lot of people don't have that support. You understand? From
I know that's just grace
their
of
parents, and you having that as a musician, I feel like it's even something that even when I posted a video and the Kazis, their mom was under the video.
Yeah.
I was like, I caused the car.
I'm gonna fade my sideburns.
As I say, I'm say, Chai, a lot of people don't have that kind of support until maybe you don't say.
Stop, yes.
My younger brother, let me mention him. Inside yo. Inside.
Why you not?
Bro, my brother has the greatest ear in the world.
He's so truthful. Like
He has never found a reason to hate my music. That's why till today when he tells me that when I was starting out, bro, that he hates things. The fact that he did not find anything wrong to say about what I was doing was when he knew that I was going to be amazing. My brother is 3 years younger than me. You know, when I was 16 writing all these songs, because I will be 13. If it's trash, he will say it's trash.
Yes, sir.
When I was first doing all those freestyles, the one he doesn't like, he will say so. But he said very, very early after that time, there was a time he stopped finding things to say. It was from that day he realized that I was going to do something crazy. That if he can't find anything to say about my music. So today he always beg me for one release. I don't agree because I don't say you go play for only friends.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. That's good. So, what is Oladapo currently working on? And what are we expecting in the future?
I'm doing a lot more features now. Oh my god.
The sauce. Facts. Oh, bro.
What has Billy doing here? No one. He asked me question. Fuck.
Oh, bro.
touch me too. I said has to be a segment where you like fuck. You got to show people's compilation of that thing.
It's nothing.
I'm doing more features.
Yeah, you're saying.
I'm doing more features now. I want to show myself and my culture, like in the coming months. I want to show I'm a Yoruba boy in my content, in my music, in my steez, in the aesthetics you see. I want to show my family, my parents, where I come from. Boulder is just me being unapologetically me. That's the project you guys are going to see next. You will know it once Boulder starts. You will just know. Like we've set everything up from now to like the end of the year. There are a lot more features. I've done some songwriting jobs that are also coming out.
This time we'll see credits, Abby.
Try us now.
This time we'll see credits.
Yeah, man. It's just a lot of stuff, man. You know, Oladapo, I'm also trying to ensure that I am me, in the sense that yes, the musician is marketable, but the person, you know, I want to be a brand that is integratable into whatever campaign some other brand is trying to do. If you're trying to get somebody who's a car enthusiast as an artist, if you're trying to get somebody who's
I love that.
I love that.
I went to the page. I saw a page
For her, yes, no.
You know, use it for her.
For how? So,
crazy.
Yeah, somebody who's into fitness. Somebody is using, you know, I'm just trying to create like an ecosystem outside of my music. But then the music this year shall be bomb. You guys should just expect it. You don't really say things like you don't feel much. Yeah, man, that's it.
That's good.
I love what Billy is doing, you know. Yeah, because everybody gets Okotomiamian take online.
I swear.
They go no do water at all. But this guy, and they follow people and they follow him. I want to hear waiting. I feel like to go check waiting the new music Friday. But if Billy don't say this one slap, I don't check. This one dumb. I know they go there.
Big reveal.
The big reveal.
Give me David.
The big reveal.
Give me David. Yeah. My God, I'm going to judge you. Because
this line is too crisp for something we could just do inside house.
boy must be me David. Damn, man. It's clean, brother. It's clean. You don't feel this up. You don't feel this up. Don't that's all. This is clean. Thank you, man.
Sure.
This is hard, man.
Yeah, man. So Great to have you on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Wish you the very
Thank you
best
so much, man.
on everything this
Thank you so
year.
much,
You
man.
already know, man.
Thank you so much.
It's love, always. I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Man.
Yeah, man.
It's about putting in the work, man.
Yeah, I swear.
And I'm always happy to see artists that are steady putting in the work and making the best with what they have at every moment. Because if you know what you're about, more will come.
Yes,
And you
man.
do what you need to do.
Yes, man.
You understand? So, bless up. Thank you for coming to the lineup.
Thank you, man. It don't steeze me up, man. Damn it. Yeah, man.
Man.
Shit.